Hi folks, I wanted to add some details to the course profile assignment today. So if you could just take a look at that, follow along with me. A couple of details. All right, you have to develop a course profile. All right, and you either approach this with the competency-based method or the outcomes-based education method. And I'll talk about that and where to find information on that in a second. So the first thing you do is develop the profile, and it's due in draft form at the end of week 4. Again, to emphasize, the drop dead date for all assignments is the end of the course, but if you want feedback and the possibility to refine your work, then you have to hand it in at the end of week 4. The second part of this assignment is a course profile rationale, which is just another way of saying answer these 3 questions that are right here. Describe the purposes or needs your course addresses. Why is your course better suited to the CBE or the OBE approach? And then if you're following CBE, describe how one of your performance objectives aligns with the need. And then if it's an OBE approach, describe how one of your outcomes aligns with the need, instructional activities, and assessment of your course. So those are the 2 things you have to hand in draft form in week 4 if you want feedback. So let's take a quick look here in the course, and we're now in weeks 2 to 9 section on the course. We have an overview, which you're looking through here. The other important point I wanted to bring up is how to sign up for Skype meetings. Now that's in the course. You can open that up yourself. Basically send me an email. Now it's going to be a little bit complicated because it all depends on when you started, but by week 3 in your course, I'd like you to have a Skype meeting with me so we can discuss your progress and whether or not you're feeling confident in choosing CBE or OBE. Now, before we get to this point, of course, then you have to start looking at the required activities. There's a bunch of stuff here that I'd like you to go through and think about until you get to this point here, CBE or OBE, a summary to help you decide. Then set up your Skype conversation with me, and then once you've made your choice, you can either go into the required activities for CBE developers or for OBE developers. And what I suggest you do is once you've made that choice, reach out to your fellow students who may be doing CBE through the coffee shop, or look in the participant section and just reach out to your fellow students to get some peer feedback. So that's your assignment. The most important thing to do is to start looking at this information, okay? Immerse yourself in the videos, read the manual sections, and really start thinking about what's going on there. If you're starting to get frustrated, send me an email right away, okay? Because we don't want you to get to that level of frustration up here where all of a sudden, boom, you just feel like quitting, okay? When you're sort of down here on the curve of frustration, down this section here, give me an email, all right? And we can talk about any of this stuff. Okay, thanks for your engagement in the course, and I hope you're enjoying it so far. If you have any suggestions or any things that are confusing to you at any time during the course, I need feedback too, all right? I need to have feedback so I can make the course better. Please let me know how I can change things to make things more clear or more precise, and I would appreciate that feedback. More later. Thanks.